Hello, everyone, and welcome to my round four game in our 2020 Summer Blitz tournament. It's a little bit of a later game, so apologies if I look like a bit of a mess, but I hope my chess skills can more than make up for it. We'll see. If there's anything like if it's anything like last round, then I'm not so sure. Um, I'm playing against Michael Korsgaard, who is he's got zero right now, but I think he's really only played one game. He forfeited the other two just by not scheduling them. So it could be pretty exciting. Michael he played third board when we were in high school, and when I was learning the game, I did admire him for his attacking skills. But I think it's been a while since I've seen since Michael's been in his prime. So yeah, I feel like he's going to be a little bit unequipped to handle the con. Um, I wasn't able to do any prep because he doesn't. I don't think he really plays on this account or on Leechess. But I do know that he plays e4 and hey, bishop d3. So I have to take back what I said. I mean, bishop d3 is the move here for sure. So yeah, this is ideal, but I'm just going to go for b5. I'm going to get my light squared bishop developed. He's not going to just roll over and die and give me the pawn. So I definitely have to respect this. So yeah, we'll look to set up a hedgehog structure. I'm not even going to put my bishop on b4 because he's played just by the book here. So that's free. So we're gonna snatch that up. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That does happen when you're out of practice. Like I said, he definitely knew his stuff when we played, but those things will happen for sure. Okay, so where do I want my queen here in this? Do we want to keep it on this side of the board? Actually, I wasn't going to initially. If I go there, I get hit with the knight move, and if I go here, yeah, I don't really like that. I don't see any reason not to just bring it back to c7, just to continue controlling e5. Go mouse slip. Yeah, that'll happen. In a rapid game, I would let him take it back, but that is sort of part of it in Blitz. And we're like 3 moves past it, so okay. Oh, I guess it is 1. Man, yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. So this will just be a lesson in converting up a piece pretty early. He can still pressure me. I hung a rook or hung an exchange in my round 2 game, and I made sure to just continue the pressure on my opponent, make it so they can't just what is this? Make it so they can't just snooze and just ride me to an endgame. I don't see why I can't just take this pawn. Yeah, I don't even really care that the B file opens. This just looks like it's completely free to me. So yeah, we'll take that, I guess. Okay. Oh, well, yeah. I guess if you're not a piece, yeah, and you want to sacrifice for development, I can see that. Not sure I would have gone about it that way though. So yeah, knight c6 is bad. He will take and then take here. So I don't know. I'm not sure I see any reason to move the bishop anywhere else. C5 is tough because I want to put my pawn on d6 to because he's going to play f4 and he's going to go for stuff like this. So yeah, so I do really want to keep my pawn on d6 and I want my bishop on the inside of this pawn chain, so it's just tucked away nice and safe. I don't really have to worry about it. If it's here, then it runs the risk of getting attacked, and then I have to sort of move it back, and now it's not guarding this pawn, and that pawn is not defended by any other pawn. It's on a half-open file, so I don't really want to deal with any of that. This is nice, though. He's definitely doing this correctly by pressuring me here. Now, I think I'm completely fine here just pushing. I think I can also probably leave it alone. However, I think I'm gonna get cute with him here. I'm gonna go ahead and push, and then I'm probably just gonna play this move and see if we can just end it right away. We'll see what he lets me do. He'll probably play h3, and I won't get to smother. But okay, no, this move is good because no, this is really nice for me because I'm threatening his knight to open up the dark square diagonal to his king, and then when I play knight g4, it looks like I'm just threatening some stupid fork, but I'm also threatening the smothered mate. So I think this is going to work out really well. And even if he goes knight here, I have queen b6, which is queen b6 after the knight move. So he's taking a lot of time here, which I think is surprising. He had to have expected this. Maybe he's looking at knight here or like here. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Well, I hope he just doesn't run out of time. I wanted to play a decent full length game. I hope I was. What? Can he hear me? What is that move? Why not just move your knight away? Unless he saw it, which it's weird that he saw that. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll have to ask him because I'm just not really sure what's going on here. Well, far be it from me to not take the knight. But I kind of want to get cute with him and play queen c5. I don't see why not. I'm just gonna play queen c5 and be an ass. I can take it with the pawn, but if I don't have to double my pawns, I'm not going to. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Okay. So I need a castle here because if I were to double take there, then he has bishop takes here. So I definitely had to do that. Oh, Michael. All right. Well, I'll give him the good game, and man, that's just unfortunate. I was really hoping that we were going to get to play something. I mean, better than that, obviously. So let's look at what he said he meant to do. I was playing Blitz chess earlier, and I was mouse slipping quite a bit. If he does play this move, this is fine, and I would continue it with the bishop here. And the idea is, kind of the problem with the Khan, since you put a lot of your pawns on light squares, is it's getting the light squared bishop out fast enough can sometimes be an issue, especially if your opponents make pawn sacrifices in the opening, because then you're sort of gobbling up the pawns, and you're not really worrying about development as you're gobbling up pawns. So, yeah, I would probably bishop e7. Bishop b7 is coming up after this. And then, I have to keep a watchful eye over this. So I've got a couple moves to take care of that. Of course, the queen here, I can stop it with this. I can stop it with this. And if push really comes to shove, then I can play e5 just to stop it. But I prefer not to ever have to do that move. This is just to stop the e-pawn push. And I have a couple nice little things to prevent that as well. I mean, when the bishop goes to b7, and even when my pawn is here, if he can somehow get this in anyway, it shouldn't really be that damaging to me because I can always play the knight here because I have the bishop guarding it. So I've got quite a lot of things going for me. I can get rid of the knight here, which helps with the coordinate with the bishop here. And if I have to give away castling for the cost of a pawn, like if I win a pawn because of that, I think that's fine. I think my structure is good enough to handle that, especially if white were to give away the dark squared bishop in this sort of hypothetical line where I can capture the pawn and give away castling. So yeah, bishop g5 I think it's fine. I don't know if it's the best move. I've always played bishop to e3 here so that I could play f4, and then the idea being queen to f3 and then over to g3. And I think I've had quite a lot of luck playing that against the Khan. There's some people that play the queen f3 really early and they castle queenside, and that's probably even better than what I play, but I still have to learn the lines. Let me see. So what's the most common move here? Yeah, okay. So I've seen queen e2 quite a lot. I don't really like it that much. I don't know. It's okay. I prefer my queen out here and attacking. And if you get the choice, I feel like you might as well do that. Bishop e3 looks like it doesn't score very well. I'm not sure why that would be. This is a somewhat low sample size, but it's not that low. And yeah, a3 makes sense, and I've always played that against this specific thing. But I mean, black is doing awfully well here, and I'm not really sure why. I have really liked this position from black's point of view. I guess when I play white here and I play this, people never play this against me. This exact move order. But looking at it from black's point of view, I mean, this idea is extremely damaging. I mean, I've capped 2100s with this idea, both over the board and online. So, it's definitely nothing to sneeze at. Wow. Yeah, so it's probably about time that I think make an update to what I play against the con. Yeah, bishop e3 is just not really cutting it. Um, yeah, I guess queen e2 then. That's kind of interesting. Um, and then yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what the order is. Is it maybe queen f3 here? I think is what people are playing. This is just sort of it's a pretty topical line lately, and of course the idea being, I think at least, I don't want to say of course because like I said I don't know the lines, but I think the bishop goes here like in English, and I mean you do need to guard this knight I imagine, and then castle queenside. So that's probably something worth looking into for me. But okay, let's see what the damage is. I expect I didn't make really any mistakes or inaccuracies. I could definitely see it being zeros, but simply because he hung a bishop. Maybe queen c5 was a little weird. Maybe the computer's like, yeah, you should just take this, but I'm not entirely sure. So we had one inaccuracy. I mean, looking at the graph, I'm just not even really sure what that would be. I guess okay. I guess I can click it. B5? No, I'm always going to play B5 there. I don't think that's an inaccuracy. B5. No, that's just a book move. So okay. So we did fine. We did well. But yeah, knight c6. It's saying I simply don't like my knight there. I'd rather have it here. Well, for a few reasons, you pretty much always push b5 in the con. If you don't push d5, you're pushing b5. Okay, or b6 if they play a4. If we're getting really technical, but I always push b5 in the con, and it feels funny having the knight here because there's not really any further prospects compared to when you have the knight on d7. When you have the knight on c6, you might say, sure, you can go to these two squares, with eyeing c4, and that's certainly true. And you can, take the knight here, but you're never going to. And this is useless because it gets kicked away. So those prospects are pretty mediocre compared to having the knight here, where you can still go to e5. If you really want to, I guess you can shift over here, but you can do the same with this. So that's neither here nor there. But also having the knight here, you can go to c5, which complements the bishop nicely, hitting e4. You can't really do that with the knight on c6. And you can also still make it to c4 via a sort of like a Najdorf maneuver, where the knight's here, you have the pawn on b6, pawn on b5, and you go to b6 and then c4. And this is quite nice as well. And when the pawn's on b6, when the knight's on b6, it facilitates that d5 pawn break that you may also want to go for, but I find myself just not even doing it most of the time, unless it gets really, really late in the game. I mean, it's not really like white can stop it, so you can sort of continue to improve your position. Put a rook behind it. You get both your knights involved, and I find myself sort of constantly improving my position. And my opponent usually makes a mistake because they get impatient before I play the d5 move. So. That's sort of the hedgehog philosophy. Just continue improving your position, making little teeny tiny minor improvements, and your opponent usually just throws themselves at you. So, okay. Well, so yeah, I do apologize. I really wish we could have had sort of a longer and more competitive game, but it did look nice. But mouse slips do happen. So the round 5 game won't come for another few days. What is our deadline? Our deadline's Tuesday, so those pairings will go out in a couple days, and then after that, well, it's usually a couple days before I get the match set up. So it'll be sometime towards the middle or later in the week. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.